feel like if this isn't as strong now, then I will, I'll be quick to just having a quick drop in the edge, because just 20 minutes of coming off this line and feeding it again, it could go back in and it'd be absolutely brilliant, and we never know, we could drop in the edge and that'd be very, very strong as well. So like, it was at the start, it weren't even a case of like I stopped catching so I come off it, like it was just feeling like I could catch a little bit faster shallow, and I'd say I probably have. So I think it was a good decision to come off that edge, but obviously there was still fish there. Brilliant fishing though. Like, if you ever get a chance to come to Partridge on one of these night matches, or anywhere like on any of these evening matches, a lot around the northwest area, I know they probably do all over the country as well. There's one at Furswood tonight as well, and different nights of the week. I know Western have one on a Friday. If you ever get a chance to pick up on a night match, always try and have a go, because the fishing's normally absolutely brilliant. You get loads of bites, the fish want to feed. It's nice when you've only got a few hours fishing as well. You can just set sort of a couple of rigs up and just go for it, and keep everything nice and simple. Don't need tons and tons of bait. Like, I'm sort of halfway through today and I've probably not quite fed 2 pints of maggots, so I'm probably looking at 3.5, 4 pints of maggots is what I'm going to look to feed. So not having to spend as much on bait with it being a shorter match. So definitely worth coming to have a go. Still just keep flicking my rig up, blowing it back down, just trying to control me pole tip a bit. There's a little bit of wind. There you go. Just a few little things obviously that I've not maybe spoke about yet, what I'm doing with this overshotted rig. Obviously got some new prototype dibbers which I'm going to show you at the end of the video. A few people might have seen them on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you've seen maybe some of the live stream from the Masters. Me and Kieran Marsden, we've been testing these out. Basically identical to the dibbers what I've always used, except for the line goes straight through the middle. Now, the advantages of that, they're a little bit, easier to fish with without tangling. So when you're fishing fast and catching quite quick, you're not going to have to untangle your rig as often. That's the big plus, and just speeds you up, gets you in the water for longer. But also, with everything being straight and through the middle, everything's a little bit more direct, so I think you probably hook a few more bites. We're trying to, all the time, you're trying to improve methods. Like, people think this overshotted rig, you just put a big block of shot on and you go in and, oh, it might have a silverfish there. First silverfish of the night, that might be a sign that that line needs a bit of a rest. Little roach. But yeah, we're just trying to make it as good as we can all the time. People think it's obviously a very easy method. You just sort of put a load of shot on, tap the water, and the fish pull the pole in, and it's not quite like that. There's little ways of refining it and making it better, and I think these inline dibbers have just took it a little step further, made it even better. Now, you've seen today, obviously, you might have seen earlier where I made that change to move my float a bit tighter to my pole tip, move my shot a little bit higher up. Stuff like that makes a massive difference when you're overshotting. So it's just the sort of things I want to try and get across to people, really, in terms of, there's one, in terms of getting it as good as you can. All them little things like that. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to have a couple more chucks on this, and I know, even though I'm catching, that's a slightly better F1. I just get the feeling that a good little thing to do now would just be to come off this for like 20 minutes. Try and catch a few in the edge. If I'm lucky, I could drop in that edge and catch maybe 5 or 6 fish in 20 minutes. Maybe more if I had a really good spell. But no, I think if I did that now, I'd be able to get a little run there. And then when I went back shallow, I think I'd catch really, really well to the end and have a little boost. So I think try and manage your peg a little bit, think about it. If you feel like you've got another line that you can catch fish off, if your peg's going a little bit slower than you'd like, just drop in on your other line. Try and build your peg back up. Just give them a bit of a break. You know, if you just keep going in and catching one every chuck, it's not going to keep going and going and going all day. The fish will eventually wise up. They'll move off your line and just be a little bit harder to catch. Now I know I've got another one there now. I do just get that feeling that that's a good idea, so we'll have a couple more chucks on this, see how we're getting on, and that's what we'll do, I think. That's 52 fish. I'm going to say, like to say that's £90. I'm not 100% sure really. Stamp's quite hard to judge, but I'd like to say 52 fish is going to be £90, so probably looking at like 120, 130 realistically weight wise. I said today I thought 80, 90 pound would be a good weight. It's pretty much what I've been seeing, what's been winning. Ooh, I just foul up. My maggots are still on, so I'm just going to go back in. This one. That's how solid it is. You can lose one, drop back in with the same maggots on and get another one. Unbelievable. Again, little things again that maybe I haven't touched on. Double maggot on the hook. I always make sure I fish with double maggot. I don't know what it is. Like, think about it. You'd think all your maggots fall as singles, so you'd think the obvious thing to do is fish a single maggot on the hook. Tried that loads of times in the past. It never seems any good. Don't know whether it's that they don't pick it out as fast. I really don't know what it is. Maybe it's just in the head confidence, but it just seems like double maggot's always best. So just 2 maggots on a 16. I've had it loads of times where I'll be sat there with thinking I've got double maggot on, I'll lift up and one of them's come off and I've not caught one. I'll come back, put double maggot back on, go back in and get one instantly. So that definitely makes a difference for me. Smaller stocky again. Right, so that's 2 pints of maggots that I've fed, just under 2 hours in. I'm just going to get another couple of pints. That should see me till the end. Just got them in my bucket behind me. Put about 1.5 pints in my tub there. So yeah, time wise, got 1 hour and 15 left, got 54 fish. So, say 16 more fish would get me to my target 70 fish. If I have a really good run, might be able to get to maybe 80 fish, maybe 90 fish if I have a really, really good run. But realistically, I'm thinking we're looking at 70 odd to 80 fish, and that'll be, you know, sort of 120. And hopefully enough to win today, so keep plugging away. Sure, there's a lot of other anglers catching well, so I've got to get my head down.